QDX, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. CQ Europe, 9 Alpha Tango 791, North Pacific.
Yeah, 791 station, 791, can we QFY to 505, 505?
QSY.
No.
CQDX, this is 9 Alpha Tango 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
Yeah, we got you there, my friend. No problem. You've got 26EK022 here on the east coast of England, QSL.
Yeah, I got a nice copy on you there. 26EK022, east coast of United Kingdom. Sounding great here on the southern Gulf Islands off the far southwest coast of British Columbia. QSL?
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I've spoken to somebody in that part of the world before. I don't know if it's the same station. Just call back with your QRZ again and the name there. My operator name is Pete. Papa Echo Tango Echo, Mr. Pete, over.
All right there, P. Yeah, you sound familiar, my friend. This is Joe on this side. Juliet Oscar Echo 9 Alpha Tango 791 out here on the Gulf Islands off the far Pacific coast of Canada.
Yeah, QSL there, Joe. I'm sure we have spoken before, my friend, because I know there's not too many stations operating from the Gulf Islands. I think I had a copy of Orca Island. I remember speaking to somebody on Orca Island before, and I did speak to another station, and I'm sure that was you there, Joe, over.
Yeah, Orcas Island are in the San Juan Islands just off of Washington State. Basically the same island archipelago as our southern Gulf Islands. We can actually see the San Juan Islands from higher points of our island here. So, yeah, I'm the only 11-meter band operator that I know of on this island, QSL.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I actually looked it up on the internet. Right? It looks a fascinating place, like, a group of islands off the Pacific there, and wooded and conifers, and yeah, it looks a beautiful part of the world there, Joe, over.
Yeah, QSLP, yeah, it's nice out here, pretty laid back, pretty quiet way of life, no traffic lights or anything here, and only accessible by ferry. It's quite a ways to the mainland, and just a hop, skip, and a jump to Vancouver Island by ferry, QSL.
Yeah, QSL there, Joe. Well, I say I got a lovely copy on you at 507.57 to my station here. Right on the east coast of England, Joe. I'm about 300 yards from the North Sea here in the county of Lincolnshire, QSL.
Ah, beautiful, sounding good. Yeah, I got you 7 and 9 here. Really nice audio, great sound and station from Lincolnshire. I'm on the very northern tip of this island, and about same thing, about 300 yards from the Pacific Ocean, QSL.
Yeah, beautiful copy there, Joe. I say it is nice to get to the west side of Canada or the States, and I couldn't believe there was not more people getting back to you there, Joe, on the 555. Normally there's quite a stampede when a station like yourself starts calling, but it's my good fortune to pick you out there, Joe, over.
Hey, feelings mutual. Always good to talk to my friends over there in the UK. Hey, Pete, what are you running for equipment? It sure sounds good. What do you...
Okay, well, the working conditions here are a very old radio. It's called a TriStar 848. This was made in about 1983. The antenna is a 2-element delta loop, about 6 meters above the ground, and we're using about 300 whiskies today, Joe, over.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love vintage radios. I have a bunch of vintage radios here. That's perfect. That's working great. Don't change a thing. The delta loop antenna, Q5, working for you so good there, Pete. I'm running an RCI 2980WX here, a D104 Lollipop. Got her turned down about 200 horsepower, pushing it through a 3-element flat side Serio Yagi beam up about 26 foot to the boom there, QSL.
Yeah, fantastic there, Joe. Yeah, I do like those old Rangers. They seem to be a very popular radio in Canada and the States. There's not too many of them out here, but I think most of them were sold in the States and Canada there, Joe, over.
Yeah, QSL. I bought this one brand new about maybe about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. And then I have an RCI 2970DX they seem to be pretty good radios. They work for me anyway. I mean, I do have a bunch of older vintage stuff here I also use, but that's pretty cool. You're using a radio from 1983. You know, I'm still using radios I bought in the 1970s. They're still working there, QSL.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the radio's about for me, Joe. I've got an HF radio sat here, but I only tune it on, you know, I only turn it on just to listen on the other bands. But I like 11 meters, especially on these old radios there, Joe. It's just my sort of, you know, homage to the past, I suppose. I like a bit of nostalgia, and I used to own all of these old radios that I've still got now, you know, so it's a bit more of a challenge on these old ones as well, I find, but get them dialed in, get them warmed up, and they still do the job there, Joe, over.
I agree with you, Pete, and that's what makes the hobby more interesting, right? You know, in my vehicle, in my truck, I have a Citizen MPL5 radio I bought brand new in 1979, just a 40-channel radio, but I got it modified way back then, so it does the job. I just got a little Tram 300 mag mount on the roof and an RM203P kicker in there. And when the conditions are right, man, I talk all over on that old rig there, QSL.
239 on the side, Joe. 203 tonight.
I hear you there, 239.
You know, they're not too expensive, they're pretty reliable, and they make the world of difference if you've only got like a 10 or 12 watt radio. What island did you say you was on, Joe? So what is the name of the island you're on?
Okay, I hear you out there, 239. I'm on Salt Spring Island. Salt Spring Island. Like table salt and bouncy spring. Salt Spring Island, QSL.
Right, I'll look you up on the maps later then, Joe. I say, I'm always fascinated. I say, when I saw the Gulf Islands there, I was quite taken aback, you know, how beautiful it was, and I did say to myself, I'd come and visit one day, you know, I'd like to see that part of the world for myself.
Yeah, you'd love it out here. It's very, very beautiful. And like I say, very laid back and lots. It's just very rural. Put it that way. Very rural out here, QSL.
Joe, can we fly to 500?
Yeah, QSY 500 8239. I know you're out there in Exeter, UK. QSY 500.
Okay, Joe, we go as well. Going on the 505 there, but it's quiet your end, Joe.
Yeah, and conditions are starting to change here, Pete. It's definitely starting to change. You've dropped down now, QSL.
Yeah, no worries, Joe. Well, I'll let you bring that other station in then before it goes. I won't hog it, but fantastic coffee, Joe. That's made my day, that has. British Columbia again. Always a pleasure to work the west side of Canada. And I'll check you up in the log, but I'm sure we have spoken before in the future. Great day. I'll give you the best of 97 Southern French Coach. You and your family, and all the best from your friend Pete on the east coast of England. 26EK022 9 Alpha Tango 791. Cheers and Joe.
All right there, Pete in Lincolnshire, UK. Hey, cheers to you. It's been a great QSO. You got a great sound and station. Have a great evening out there and happy DXing. Good to hear you, my friend. 26EK022 East Coast, United Kingdom. 9 Alpha Tango 791. Gulf Islands, North Pacific, we're on the side, and we're going to bring in a station, 26 Alpha Tango 239 in Exeter, UK, QSL.
Okay, Joe, very good afternoon. 239 Tim returning to you. You're peaking 5 and 9. You're peaking 5 and 9. You're coming up to me now. I think to peak you were going down, but the propagation is shifting a little, and you're coming up. You're touching a 9 at temperature, Joe. How's coffee there, Joe? Been a long time, over.
Yeah, I got you blasting in here. That was Pete there, Tim, over in Lincolnshire, East Coast of the United Kingdom. I don't know if you could hear him. He might have been too far away, and kind of would be almost like short skip, I guess. But you're coming in about 10 S units here into the red. Q5. I do hear another station out there as well. That other station, stand by. I think you're in France. Yeah, good to hear you out there, Tim. I hope Steve is okay. I haven't had Europe in here for a couple of weeks or so there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger on that, Joe. Well, yeah, Steve's okay. He's on the radio here somewhere, or he has been. He might be cooking his dad's tea at the moment, but he had a he is about. And he might be here later on, you never know. Listen out for him. If he doesn't know, make contact with you. I'll pass on your regards to him there. But yeah, it's been quite a long time. Here at the moment it's 5:20 to 6, 25 minutes to 6 in the early evening here. The sun is going down over the yard arm there now, and it's only 11 degrees. Only 11 degrees, and it's been about 14 degrees there during the day. Of course, we are well into our autumn now there, Joe, and all the leaves are now turning colour. All the leaves are turning, and they're beginning to drop. So we're looking at preparing for winter now this side there, Joe. Over.
Yeah, QSL there, Tim. Yeah, it is the season. It definitely is the season. And we're not much off you. It's still early morning here. And we have a sunrise here, blue sky, sunshine, and 10 degrees Celsius. But, we just got back from the far west coast of Vancouver Island, and it was absolutely beautiful. Around 16 degrees over there, 17 degrees, blue sky, sunshine. But a nice time of the year. We got the wood stove going right now to keep us warm there, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I've just fired up my oil fire here again. We've had a very, very dry summer. It's been sort of drought conditions. From sort of June, July, August, up to the end, pretty much the end of September, we've had very, very little, if any, rain. It's been very, very dry here. And so I let my oil-fired stove out. I let it out because it was too bloody hot in here. But now I've lit it again. Now that the temperatures are dropping, I've lit it again now, so I can heat the water properly and do me cooking, Roger.
There you go. That's awesome. Yep, you gotta love being in a nice, warm, cozy house on a cool autumn day, my friend. And yeah, I know what you mean about the dryness, almost drought-like conditions. Same with up this way off the on these islands out here. Very, very dry. So no outdoor burning. I think right now it might be okay. We've had a couple of rainfalls, and with the cooler temperatures, there's less evaporation. There's definitely dew out there in the morning. Not so much fall color on these islands. It's very green here year-round because of the evergreen native foliage. The native flora is mostly, I would say, 99% evergreen here. Douglas fir, western hemlock, grand fir, yew, western red cedar, and Pacific madrona, arbutus trees, and even the understory plants, western sword fern, salal, Oregon grape. It's all evergreen here. There's just a few scattered maples, big leaf maples, that are kind of dotting those evergreens. You'll see a little bit of yellow here and there, but most part it's all green here, QSL.
Yeah, Roger, on that. All understood. Well, our main native trees here, deciduous trees, the main ones here are beech, ash, sycamore, and oak. Of course, our sycamore is the same family as your maple trees there. Very, very similar. And we've got red maple here as well, but I think they were introduced. But they're the same family. So like I say, our main deciduous trees are sycamore, beech, ash, and oak. Those are the main native trees that we got here. Of course, there is a lot of forestry as well. A lot of Douglas fir, and a lot of that goes for fencing. We have got some big trees here that are about 8 foot around. In the forest and that, they let them grow. They're about the trunks of the Norway spruce as well. But some of them are pretty big. They're about 8 foot around, which I presume is what? 3 foot through the middle. So there's some pretty big trees here.
Sounds beautiful, Tim. Sounds absolutely beautiful. All that autumn color. And I know my trees, and I definitely know the trees you're talking about. We only have the Acer macrophyllum here, which is the big leaf maple. and we have alder trees, but they're still green. Alder trees usually grow in the wetter, more damp areas down in ravines and valleys and stuff like that. But yeah, that's beautiful. And Douglas fir you have there, how about that? We were in the forest yesterday on Vancouver Island, and we came across a big spruce tree of about 1,000 years old, and it was just absolutely massive, an old growth Sitka spruce tree over on the west coast of Vancouver Island. And I think the base on that thing was probably 10 feet across. It was absolutely a monster. They've logged everything out around it, 150 years ago, but they decided to leave that one, and it was absolutely huge there, QSL.
Agricultural use for fencing as well. They're very, very few for building. They're too soft. They grow too quick. We use the Norwegian timber for building here, but our trees grow here. They grow too soft, so the timber isn't strong enough. Anyway, Joe, I'm not going to hold it. I'm letting you get there now. So I'm going to thank you for coming back to the call. It's been a great pleasure. Nice to have a really good catch up and a chat there. So we'll listen out for you again very soon there, Roger.
All right there, Tim. It was a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. And like I said, if you hear Steve out there, wave a hand at him for me. You have a great evening out there. Catch some more DX, my friend. And with that, we'll say cheers and beers and 73s before conditions change. 26 Alpha Tango 239 Exeter, UK. Your friend, 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands waving.
Okay, Joe. Take care, buddy. Till next time. Have a good day.
Great
If I
note.
don't catch you before, have a good weekend.
73s. Changes fast. Look at that. Now I got to change my battery in this camera. It's flashing.